What do you do with $10,000? Or better yet, how do you save that amount? No joke, those are pretty massive digits. It can be quite intimidating too. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about easy and fundamental ways to break down that grand amount of $10,000. We're going to cultivate ideas on how to get easy wins with small victories to change or improve your financial position. If you want to learn some great money-saving tips, well then stick with us until the end of this video. Today, we're not just going to talk about the value of saving money and making smart choices that contribute to those big victories, but we're also going to tackle why it's important to do it in the way that we're about to show you. Truly, we can promise that some of these topics are life-changing. Step 1. The first step into saving your $10,000 fast is, you guessed it, you have to start today. You have to set a number that allows you to be able to do that and attack this every single day. How do you eat a giraffe? One bite at a time. Let's say if $10,000 is that giraffe, let's set a number. For example, that number is $27.40 a day. Let's start with that right now. Let's go ahead and try. Oh wait, there's no such thing as try here. Let's start saving $27.40 today. Now, we found our number and no matter what, we're going to save this amount. Step 2. Let's go through our budget and see where we can cut back and allow us to save those $27.40 per day in a way that's easier. If you're asking yourself, why are we doing this now? Just think about how many times in a week you waste $27.40. An average person would say around 2 to 5 times a week. At first, most people would say, it's not that big of a deal. It's only $27 a day. I need to eat. I need to do this, do that. Of course, I need my daily vices, whether it be an energy drink, iced coffee, or that incredibly scrumptious Big Mac. The list goes on and on. When we talk about the waiter and delivery services, after the fees, after the tips, and all of them combined, it can reach up to $10+. Now, bottom line, would you waste $27.40? Whether you went to Target because they had a good sale, would you do that if you bought an extremely expensive item, or would you do that just in your vices that we just mentioned? Okay, so what if you knew that wasting that $27.40 a day was actually $10,000? When we ask the question, would you waste $10,000? The answer is always unanimous. No way! Have you lost your mind? Why would I ever waste $10,000? But the sad truth is, that's really what you're doing. Every single time, you are wasting that tiny amount of money per day. Well, yes, it might be a relevant amount to some and it might mean nothing to others. We're just giving you a good target number to look at. Yes, you are actually wasting $10,000. Now, if you think we're bluffing, let us show you an example of what we're talking about. This time, we're not going to start with the $27.40 right off the bat. Let's go over something much smaller. How about coffee, or something expensive like premium breakfast, or maybe an energy drink? Or worse, the instant cash burner, cigarettes. Let's pick the energy drink. A lot of people drink Bang energy drink. They spend around 1, 2, or 3 a day. You can get 2 Bangs at mostly any grocery store or gasoline station for right around $5. Sometimes you can even get 3 for $5. So, you take $5 a day and you try to figure out that in a week. You've now spent $35 on energy drinks. You take that $5 a day and multiply it by 365 days, which is the days in a year. That is $1,825 in energy drinks. What do you have to show for it? A quick buzz with a sudden big decrease? Maybe. But what could you have done with that $1,825 for the year? Now, do you see how a small, tiny expense that you don't notice because it's part of your routine or because you just have to have it is a really massive amount when you add it up? This goes to show how we need to have discipline. Most people would jump right on that $10,000 sale and say it's a steal. Now we know everyone watching this video has the same thought process as us when it comes to finances. Indeed, it has nothing to do with the numbers in the paper. It's about the mindset. But then again, people only read headlines and try to elaborate on articles they've never read. Why do people do this? Because headlines need to be clickable. The reason why you're watching this video right now might be because of seeing the number $10,000, and we're hoping you're learning from it. But truth be told, you have to watch the entire video to grasp the concept of the headline. It might be a completely different experience for some, but have you ever read a headline that doesn't match its content? If $27.40 is too big of an amount, go with the $5 option. It still saves you $1,825 more than you are already saving. That's because you haven't started saving $5 yet. You might already be saving, but you have to find room in saving that extra $5. Now, in the event that the $27.40 means nothing to you, go for $100, go for $1,000 or whatever. We commend you for your efforts, but don't just disregard it. You might say, "Oh man, I can't afford to save $27.40 a day." If you have tendencies to say that, you might be right. You can't afford not to. Why not? If you think about it, you'll be in the same financial situation in the next 10 years, 20 years, or for the rest of your life and wonder why you can't retire. We really hope this video strikes where it needs to. So let's go over the $27.40 and why it's relevant yet so difficult to maintain. Well, think about it. Every time you go to a fancy high-end restaurant, it's extremely expensive, but it's surely delicious. What happens is that when you go there to eat and use a waitering service, you're pushing that goal of saving $10,000 further and further down the line. The simple raw truth is that $27.40 times 365 days a year equates to $10,000. We're not telling you to go save $10,000, for that might be overwhelming. You might even be in a stable financial state right now. But if we asked you again with a different question, can you save $40.27 a day? You might be like, what? Duh, of course not. Are you trying to make a joke out of me? Now you save $27.40 a day just like that. Nobody's telling you how to live or what to sacrifice, but what this is trying to imply is to cut back on the things that don't matter. This will probably give you a bit of a short-term pain for a long-term gain. So when someone asks you to save $10,000, don't think about it as a whole. Think about how that amount can be broken down to a daily goal. Once again, how do you eat the giraffe? One bite at a time. The giraffe might be ridiculously huge, but if you go over one bite at a time over an extended period of time, it's no longer that scary, right? So, save $27.40 a day and see what happens in a year. You get $10,000. When you go after these small daily victories, you will come out a champion every single time. You see, savings accounts aren't built in October and November to finish out the year in December, wherein Christmas shows up and unexpected expenses come around. Savings accounts are built every single day. When you're mindful of what you're spending, when you're watching and staying in some form of a budget that you're still comfortable in, then things may go easier for you in the long run. Do you really need those extra things? We challenge you to look into your budget and see if you can save $27.40 a day. That's about it for this video. If you found this video helpful, kindly click like and hit the subscribe button while you're at it. Until then, we'll see you in the next video.